this is. I know.
All right, good morning from Sarver Hollow Shelter. It's been a stressful last like 12-ish hours, I feel like. So just to recap, we were hiking. The plan was to push to the Nidus shelter. So we got to Sarver Hollow last night at the top of it, and then we were like, well, we can push 6 more miles. Like, let's do the next 6 to the next shelter. And then as we're hiking, we're like looking down on the valley, and there's all the smoke, and we're like, maybe if we hike really, really fast, we'll be able to out hike the fire. That's a fire down there. There's a helicopter flying overhead. It's a beautiful view of the ridges. Kind of reminds me of Hawaii a little bit with all the sharp contrasts, but let's see if I can zoom in. You see the helicopter? It's pretty wild. And then we kept going, and then the fire marshal was like, you guys need to turn around and go back to the shelter. So we are currently in closed trail. The trail is closed where we are currently at. It is closed from the gap south to the gap north. This is a closed shelter in this moment that we camped at last night. The fire warden was down here. She knew that we were here when we were camping here. So it's not like we were, I don't know, like just wandering around or like unaccounted for. Like people knew that we were here. But it was still a really stressful night. We knew that like at any point in time in the night, the fire marshal could be like, you guys need to evacuate, you need to go. The wind has turned, the fire's blowing this way, you guys have to pack up and leave. So all night, like nobody slept last night. We were all just like crazy paranoid. But the good news is it's starting to rain. So hopefully the rain will put out that fire, because they weren't even able to fight it last night. It was a controlled burn that got out of control from what we were told. And they didn't have the resources to fight it. So anyway, right now we're just trying to figure out what the next move is. We have a shuttle driver that wants to come grab us, that potentially could pick us up off the Sarver Hollow Trail, but we don't know if that road is open. He doesn't know if that road is open. The alternative is to hike 4 miles south. And they also don't know when this part of trail is going to be open again. So it's just like a really stressful situation, because there's like a good chance we're not going to be able to come back to hike the next 5 miles. And it's not like we wouldn't have done those miles, because we hike them forward and then we'd be hiking them backwards and da-da-da-da-da. And I don't know, it's a whole thing. All of us are pretty stressed out about it. But right now the only logical thing to do is to get the heck out of this closed piece of trail. So let's see what happens.
Is there an 8-track? Yeah.
You get the hero award for you and Brianna.
We survived! Bennett and his shuttle service, I'm gonna put it right there so you can see it, came and grabbed us. We hiked down the Sarlo Trail, which was right from the shelter. He's the shelter supervisor for like all 16 shelters in this area, so he knew the back way. So he actually hiked up to get us, which was above and beyond. And then he rescued us, and now we're back on trail. And we only missed 4 miles-ish. And they are keeping that part of the trail closed for like 3 days at least. So it is what it is. Hey, Soap.
Yellow.
Do you remember that time we almost died in a fire?
I know, we so nearly died.
Yeah, it was right there. We were looking at it.
Lumberjack wanted us to walk directly into it, and I said, no, we should turn around because it's probably not safe. But no one would listen. People should listen more to the British guy.
I had a space blanket.
That is exactly what happened. Feels good to be back on trail. So much to look forward to. Tomorrow is the 700-mile marker potentially. Could be today, most likely tomorrow. And then McAfee Knob and Dragon's Tooth. And after that, Tinker Cliffs. It's just so cool. It feels really surreal to have hiked here. You know, you see it on the YouTube videos, but I'm gonna be on it, which is really rad. So yeah, I'm just excited to be out here, especially after how stressful the last day was. And now it's beautiful and breezy. All the trees are green, and I'm climbing up a mountain. Been climbing this ridge line up for the last few miles. It is absolutely stunning. And I am going way up there. You can still see the fire off in the distance right there. Isn't that crazy? Look how big the plumes are. The fire jumpers we ran into this morning said that it is much better than it was last night, but that the trail still probably won't be open for like 2 to 3 days. Apparently the prescribed burn it was like 2 different tracks, and they started on the low one and it jumped to the high one and got out of control pretty quickly. But again, it's under control now, or at least will be soon. Ah, yeah, there's the fire. Smoke all over the valley. We were up on that ridge, looking down on it. It's pretty crazy. Little green snake. Look how cute. Tiny green snake. We'll take off in a sec. Look at this cutie. Oh, so small. What kind of snake are you? So tiny. I've never seen anything like this before. Hold on, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's so strange. It's like a weird grassy thing. Here's another one. Does anybody know what this is? It's like kind of floppy and like hairy. What is this? Here's a better video of it. What is it? So bizarre. Lunch today is a buffalo chicken wrap with shelf-stable applewood smoked bacon and the Melinda's green sauce. This one's really good. And so today's been a fairly chill day. I got done with the 9 and change miles by 2. I just ran up to Pickle Branch Shelter, and I beat everybody else here by about an hour and a half because they were enjoying the day and they stopped to get some trail magic. So I just got up here to the shelter and I had some lunch and I posted up on the picnic table and I took a nap in the sun. One thing I wanted to do while I was on the AT was take a picnic table nap, and I did that. And it was nice. Yeah, till day. Just gonna set up tents down by the water source because apparently there's some good camping down there. And tomorrow we'll do a big 17-mile day. And yeah, it'll be fun.